I have a delivery for Attorney Hamilton or Trinnen. You're here. Is Attorney Hamilton or Trinnen available right now, or? Sure.
He is not available, but he did confirm that I can take this.
That's fine. It's pretty serious. They've been lying in court, so I'm just going to expose it, and it's pretty serious.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stephen D. Trinnen and Daniel R. Hamilton are two of the attorneys in Prosecutor Mark Lindquist's ethically challenged office who perpetuate the problem. They are defending Judge Stanley Rumbaugh for refusing to allow cameras in his courtroom in a lawsuit that we filed against him in direct and blatant contravention of Washington General Rule 16. And they are lying their butts off to do so. Now, we are simply not going to tolerate it, and complaints are being lodged with the State Bar, the Judicial Overseers, and in federal court for fraud upon the court. Take a look.
You are on the fastest route despite usual traffic. You will arrive at 2:58 p.m.
Good.
In a half mile, use the left two lanes to take the A Street exit towards City Center.
Well, folks, it's time. Attorneys Trinnen and Hamilton have been busy talking smack about me in court filings and implicating Rule 11. Well, it's my belief that if you're going to implicate Rule 11, don't do it unless you've got something to back it up. So I implicated it with them, and now I'm doing it. They've been lying throughout my entire case about whether or not I have standing to pursue this case on the Duzan matter. And then on the other case, in which I tried to run video in Judge Rumbaugh's courtroom, well, that was ridiculous too. The Bosgos case, he didn't even hear me. You know, I filed on time. I filed before court, as I always do, by notice of media coverage. And Judge Rumbaugh just ignored me. So, yep. So I'm filing for sanctions on them. And their office, by the way, has a history of unethical conduct. Lots of allegations against them. The 103-page complaint against them. You know, gosh, just horrible stuff. There's been a recall petition that unfortunately failed against the prosecutor. And here we are, folks. Hi, I have a delivery for Attorney Hamilton or Trinnen. You're here. Is Attorney Hamilton or Trinnen available right now, or? Sure. Tell him Chris King is here. I want to talk about those Rule 11 sanctions that we're working on now.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. Figured I'd hand deliver this and start the clock running.
Was she gonna ask about it?
Yeah, it'd be great if one of them would want to talk to me. That's fine. I've never actually met either of them, but we're having some pretty serious words in court about my camera access in court, so I figured I might as well drop down and say hello.
Okay, I'll see what she finds out.
All right. I like the integrity part right there, where it says integrity.
He is not available, but he did confirm that I can take this.
That's fine. It's pretty serious. They've been lying in court, so I'm just going to expose it, and it's pretty serious.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I am. Down. Next stop. Bar Association. Just a note for attorneys Trinnen and Hamilton. Listen, I can't believe that you had the nerve to implicate Rule 11 with the court recently, because I, actually mentioned that my theory of the case is that your client, Judge Rumbaugh, ran up to federal court to avoid cameras in state court, okay? And because he wanted to avoid the constitutional issue. All right? That's my theory of the case, guys. It's not sanctionable. Get it? Okay? So, if I said it in words that you don't appreciate, I don't really care, because I didn't cuss at him. Wasn't profane. I just said it. He ran off to court to avoid, the real issue, and he wasn't being a real man about it or a real jurist. That's okay to say. What it is not okay is for you two to get in that court and to omit material, factual issues that you hoped I didn't find out about, such as the fact that your client actually held other hearings on the record after I filed my notice of media coverage, okay? That's sanctionable. And the fact that you mentioned, you claim in an email that I did not mention coming as a First Amendment reporter in my correspondence with the court, that was an outright lie, okay? So you guys have a proved history of deceit that has brought bar complaints against you, lawsuits against you in the millions, okay? And whether or not major press covers it or not, I'm going to say what I have to say. So don't you ever threaten me with Rule 11 again unless you got something to back it up. So if you got something to back it up, go ahead and file. But I beat you to it, and I know what I wrote is good. Let's see what you've got. I'll be waiting for it.